The road to WrestleMania continues to take many twists and turns, but this week's Raw and SmackDown laid out the WWE's plans for those fans who were paying close attention. Here are 10 things the WWE secretly told us on this week's Raw and SmackDown Live. Number 1. Teasing a Shield 3.0 reunion. The WWE Universe was delighted to hear the good news that Roman Reigns' treatment for his leukemia was successful, and it looks like the WWE is ready to put him back into the ring. As we discussed in an earlier video, the WWE capitalized on the big dog's announcement by airing it on Raw, and they would be wise to be careful about how they book Reigns, as this is a chance to give him a second chance with the fans who have been booing him mercilessly over the last several years. It's not a case of fans being guilted into cheering Reigns, but reminding them of the reasons why they once adored him during his years in the Shield and shortly thereafter. The best way to do this seems to be with another Shield reunion, and that's clearly what the WWE is doing after Dean Ambrose's abrupt babyface turn. Rumours persist that the group will reunite at the Fastlane pay-per-view. Number 2. Roman Reigns vs Baron Corbin/Drew McIntyre at Fastlane or Wrestlemania. With Roman Reigns being cleared to wrestle, we could see him team with fellow Hound of Justice Dean Ambrose to help Braun Strowman against Baron Corbin/Drew McIntyre and Bobby Lashley either at Fastlane or WrestleMania. There's also the possibility that Reigns and Ambrose could take on Corbin and McIntyre at Mania, while Strowman goes mano-a-mano against Bobby Lashley. Whatever the case, this is a good way to ease Reigns back into the ring and to give him the rub of being in the Shield. While the WWE shouldn't rush Roman into the ring, they are also working on a tight schedule, as Dean Ambrose is still rumoured to be leaving the WWE after WrestleMania 35, giving the company just one pay-per-view to showcase the Shield, as Seth Rollins will be facing Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship at the grandest stage of them all. Number 3. Teasing Batista vs Triple H at WrestleMania 35. Fans have been speculating that the Animal might face Triple H at this year's WrestleMania, after Batista reminded Helmsley on SmackDown's 1000th episode that the cerebral assassin has never defeated him. However, few fans would have expected Batista would goad Triple H into a match by assaulting former Evolution teammate Nature Boy Ric Flair on his 70th birthday. The angle was executed well, and short of Triple H re-injuring his torn pectoral muscle, which had some doubting whether a Batista-Helmsley match would happen, it looks like the game will be taking on Big Dave. Don't be surprised to see this one contested under special rules, such as a last man standing bout, as this feud looks to be personal. Number 4. The Raw Women's Championship means much more than SmackDown's Women's Championship. As discussed in another video, Asuka still doesn't have an opponent for Mania, and it looks like the WWE couldn't care less. The latest example was SmackDown Live superstar Charlotte appearing on the Blue brand to proclaim that she should be the Raw Women's Champion. Charlotte, clearly Asuka's biggest competition for the SmackDown Women's Championship, all but dismissed wrestling Asuka as a worthy opponent. This makes it clear Asuka, as well as the women's belt around her waist, shouldn't mean much to the fans. Barring the WWE bringing in a legend such as Lita or Trish to work against her, the pickings will be slim, and Asuka may not even defend the belt at the show of shows. Number 5. John Cena vs R-Truth at WrestleMania 35. The WWE Universe has been having fun with R-Truth's United States Championship reign, both because it's a pleasant surprise to see him hold a championship, and because R-Truth is always entertaining on the mic and in the ring. In a nod to John Cena, the man he calls his childhood hero, R-Truth is 47 and Cena is 41, so you do the math, Truth has brought back Cena's open challenge for the United States Championship. This week's SmackDown Live saw two superstars answer the challenge, leading to R-Truth asking himself, what would John Cena do? R-Truth decided to make the match a triple threat match, one wherein he successfully defended the belt against Rey Mysterio and Andrade. With R-Truth name-dropping Cena, it seems likely R-Truth's open challenge is going to lead to a one-on-one match at Mania between R-Truth and the former US champion John Cena. While it may seem odd to see Cena face Truth, keep in mind Truth had a main event match against Cena way back at 2011's Capital Punishment pay-per-view, where Cena successfully defended the WWE Championship. Number 6. We will get Kofi vs BRYAN at WrestleMania 35. While the WWE is known for doing some incredibly stupid things, usually in the form of ignoring wrestlers the fans get behind, it looks like the WWE is still going with Kofi Kingston vs Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania 35. Mr. McMahon replaced Kofi as WWE Champion Daniel Bryan's opponent for Fastlane with the recently returned Kevin Owens. Although the WWE chairman said Owens is the bigger box office and more deserving, it looks as if the WWE is saving Kofi vs Daniel Bryan for the WWE Championship for a bigger stage. The WWE deserves credit for keeping the fans guessing what will happen next, so it should be interesting to see how Kofi gets in his much deserved WWE title shot after Mr. McMahon's machinations. Dave Meltzer commented on the situation on the Wrestling Observer Live saying, "It appears that they flip-flopped Kevin Owens and Kofi Kingston because it was very clever that they are going to do Daniel Bryan and Kofi Kingston, and if they're not going to do it at Fastlane and Kevin Owens is getting the shot at Fastlane, then it probably means that Kofi Kingston is getting a shot at Mania." So that's changed again in the last week because Kevin Owens was the one getting the shot at Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania in the original plans. So maybe they didn't want to beat Kofi Kingston, and because of the way the plans were, if Daniel Bryan fought Kofi Kingston, they would have to beat Kofi Kingston. So maybe they want to put Kofi Kingston over. Number 7. Woken Matt Hardy no more? Wrestling fans were surprised to see Matt Hardy showed up on SmackDown to join his brother Jeff Hardy to reunite the Hardy Boys. The question many fans are asking is whether or not this is the end of Matt's Woken Matt Hardy character. Matt, who many fans had thought retired, surprised them when he tweeted he was ready for more in-ring action. However, the most interesting tweet came from today when he announced, "I have returned home with the WWE, and all my traits are converging." Could this mean Woken Matt Hardy is still with us and we may see the WWE repackage Jeff as Brother Nero? It would be easy to set up a Hardys vs Usos dream match at Mania for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, with a Hardy defeat leading to a Matt and Jeff final deletion rematch from their hot feud in Impact Wrestling. Nonetheless, Matt is fanning the flames of speculation as Ringside News reports Woken Matt Hardy may not be no more. And Matt himself teased in an interview, "I know the last time people saw me, I was Woken Matt Hardy. Well, I've learned how to control the Woken wonder inside of me, the Woken brilliance inside of me, and together everyone's gonna learn that myself and my brother Nero Jeff Hardy, we are unstoppable, we are indestructible, we are unkillable, the greatest tag team in all time and space." Number 8. The authority angles aren't over. Despite the WWE promising to do things differently back in December, it looks like it didn't take the company too long to bring back its much overused authority angles. Whether it was Triple H and Stephanie telling Becky Lynch she shouldn't compete for the Raw Women's Championship until she receives medical clearance, or Mr. McMahon replacing Kofi Kingston with Kevin Owens as Daniel Bryan's opponent at Fastlane, authority angles are back. So far, the Becky Lynch angle has been well done, and it would have been better if the WWE hadn't used authority angles so often that they ran them into the ground. As for Mr. McMahon, his decision to put the bigger box office Owens against WWE Champion Bryan seems way too reminiscent of the authority doing quote-unquote what's best for business. We can only hope the WWE doesn't go any further with its overused authority angles, but it seems fans are in for deja vu all over again. Number 9. The WWE is serious about new NXT call-ups Ricochet and Aleister Black. While Raw's ratings jumped this week, undoubtedly due to Roman Reigns' appearance and big announcement, Vince McMahon has been concerned with the continued ratings slump on Raw and SmackDown, hence his push of NXT call-ups. As reported by several sites, Triple H is frustrated with the product and feels the current roster has become stale, hence the call-ups. Ricochet and Aleister Black had 2 big wins this week on Raw and SmackDown, defeating Raw Tag Team Champions The Revival in a non-title match, and the team of Rusev and Shinsuke Nakamura. At the same time, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso have also been booked strong on weekly shows. But these call-ups were a last-minute booking, and it seems like number 10, the WWE is winging it big time. While the WWE has been doing some things right, such as setting up a Batista vs Triple H match for WrestleMania, and what looks like a Kofi Kingston vs Daniel Bryan match, the promotion is booking things on the fly big time. Consider what Bryan Alvarez said on the Wrestling Observer Live about the NXT call-ups 2 weeks ago. Vince made this decision in the last couple of days, I mean, literally there were people there last night who had no idea why this happened. There were people there last night that had no idea if these people were call-ups. There are a lot of people who don't know what's going on. That week's Monday Night Raw was reportedly still being written as the show was going live, which shows there is still considerable second guessing between creative and Vince McMahon and or downright frustration by Vince McMahon. Discussing the 18th February Raw, Dave Meltzer discussed how Raw was rewritten 30 minutes into the show, for a number of reasons, including Seth Rollins not being able to wrestle. Meltzer reports Vince is not himself due to a number of factors such as the looming threat of All Elite Wrestling, The Undertaker appearing at the StarCast 2 convention, and the WWE's continued ratings slump. With Vince hiring former creative guru Bruce Pritchard, there could be some abrupt changes in the WWE behind the scenes and in front of the cameras creatively. With the WWE reportedly obligated to sustain a certain ratings threshold as part of its deal with Fox, you can be certain Vince will do whatever he thinks is necessary to boost his SmackDown ratings and the product in general. Well guys, there you have it, 10 things the WWE secretly told us this week on Raw and SmackDown Live. Be sure to leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.